All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the NAU Country Connection webinar featuring how to provide the best service possible with NAU Country's notifications and alerts. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am Hope Floberg. I am the VP of IT Marketing and Training at NAU Country, and I'm excited to have you join me today. Just a couple meeting reminders before we get started here. Please just make sure that your phones are muted at all times, just so that the meeting can run smoothly without interruption. We do ask that if you have questions after the webinar today, please contact your marketing representative with any of those questions, as they've been through this training and know how all of these tools work. Also, we will be monitoring the chat as well today, so please feel free to submit chat questions if you have them. Oh, sounds like we already have somebody who is not on mute. Let me just take care of that real quick. There we go. Wonderful. Okay, next on our list, a video recording will be sent out after this call today on the webinar. So if you feel like it went a little too fast or you missed something, we will have that video recording along with all of the training material. It will be sent out in a recap email from NAU Country announcements that you can access at any time. And then last but not least, please make sure to register for future calls. For the connection calls at www.naucountry.com. In the news section, there's a whole connections piece on what's still to come. Next week, we'll be talking about how to financially self-service your insured. So that'll be a good one too. All right, we're going to just roll right into the content here. So beginning with our agenda. Our agenda is split up today by what is available to our agents only, to what's available for our agents and farmers, and then what's available for our farmers. So up at the top, agent notifications, we're going to talk about some of our claim notifications that you can sign up for. So the notice of loss submission, adjuster contact log, and indemnity paid. We'll go more into depth on what those are shortly. The agent and farmer notifications that are available are our hail probability and hail notification alerts, and then also our dairy price alerts. And then for our farmers, we do also offer frost alerts. One thing that I do want to call out before we kind of get into too much detail is a lot of the items we're going to go over today are available only or in addition to on the NAU Country mobile device. And if you do not currently have the mobile device downloaded, I will provide links on how to access those downloads. But basically it is available on our App Store and also on Google Play, and it'll be available on your iPad, and both our iPhones and Android smartphones are able to access our application. So again, we'll provide links on how to get those loaded in case you don't already have them. So let's kick it off with our agent notifications. So to start off with here, our claim alerts. These are just for our agent users, and basically the claim alerts are provided to assist you in providing excellent customer service to your farmers. They're designed to keep you aware of what's happening regarding your insured's claims. As you can see over here on the side, the notifications can be set up on the NAU Country mobile device, which I just talked about. And the types of notifications you'll receive when you are signed up for these notifications are push notifications. So push notification NAU Country mobile device. All right, I do have the tips and tricks over to the side here as well, so you can click on a link to be able to get to that. But again, I'll be sending all of that out in the recap email that comes after the call today. All right, so we're going to start off on the mobile device. So first and foremost, you download the mobile device. When you come onto the login screen, the login that you are going to use is the same username and password that you use to get into either EasyWriter Pro or the agent portal. So you'll just log in here, and then once your username and password are entered, you can click the login button. Or some of you may have face recognition too. When you come into the app as an agent, you are going to see a listing of all of your farmers, or all of your insureds are going to show in here. Up at the top of the window, you'll see a bell up at the top. Now, this is going to be key when we talk about our notifications and alerts today, because this is where they're housed. So when you come into the application, if you ever see a little number right to the upper right-hand corner of this bell, that means you have a notification that you have not viewed yet. So before we get into going into the notification area, we first need to get set up for the alerts. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right over to the side here and click on this ellipse button here. And when we do that, we are going to get a listing of fun stuff that we can do in the app. The first thing that we want to do here is click on settings down at the bottom of the screen. And that is going to bring us to our settings window. Here we'll access our user preferences. Now, what we're doing here is we are actually setting up our user preferences for this mobile device. So some of you may have shared usernames and logins throughout your agency. In that type of a situation, what we need to do is we actually need to link you up to you, if that makes sense. So again, if your agency has 4 people using the same username and login, we need to tell your device who you are so it knows who to send those notifications to. So you can see here up at the top of the screen, we have this area that says select user. If you click on this little arrow or tap on this little arrow over to the side here, it's going to list out all of the agents that are assigned to the username that you're logged in as. You are going to come in here and you're going to click yourself. So what that basically means in the system is that you are the agent of record on, or it's going to send you notifications that you're the agent of record on. Once you have selected yourself, you can see here there's a little checkbox to the side. You just need to click user preferences, the back button here, to get back to the previous window. Now you can see as the selected user, I am Hope Floberg. I'm up on the screen. That's who I'm signing up these notifications for. I'm going to come in here and I want to go through the 3 different types of claims notifications that you can sign up for. So first of all, let's talk about how do you sign up for them. This little slider bar when you come in is going to look gray, just like this one down here does. All you need to do is tap on the circle and it will flip over to the green, which means that you are signed up to receive these notifications. So first and foremost, the top one. Indemnity Paid is going to send you a notification anytime a policy that you are the agent of record on has been paid for one of your insureds. So again, a great way to provide service. You're going to get a notification. You can reach right out to your insured and say, hey, a check is on its way. The next item is the claims contact log add. Now, basically what this is anytime an adjuster updates the adjuster contact log on any claim that you're the agent of record on, you are going to get a notification. So that way you can go out to that claim and you have the ability to see, did they leave a message for your insured? Were they out at your insured's house? And again, be able to follow up with your insureds on what that note was regarding. And last but not least, the NOL added, just what it says. Anytime your farmer goes out and submits a notice of loss, or if perhaps there had to be a notice of loss submitted on behalf of somebody other than you, you will receive a notification. Now, the notice of loss, one thing I do want to add is you will get push notifications for all 3 of these items if you sign up for them. The notice of loss is an extra special case because no matter what in our system, anytime somebody submits a notice of loss and you are the agent of record on that account and it wasn't you, you will also get an email as well, just because we want to make sure you're fully aware of everything going on with your policies. All right, so here's an idea of what these push alerts look like on your mobile device. So if you have your lock screen up, maybe you have it laying on a table and you've walked away or just not on your mobile device at this point in time, this is what the notification will look like. It'll say a notice of loss has been submitted for one of your policies. We keep it nice and vague out here because obviously we do not want to share any privacy information for somebody who could perhaps just glance at your phone. Once you click on this link here, it's going to take you right into NAU Country's mobile app, and it'll bring you to that notification screen. Here, it's going to give you a little bit more information. It's going to tell you what policy a notice of loss was submitted for. And when you click on that, it gives you even a little bit more information. It's going to tell you the policy number, the claim number, and who the insured is. If you are in the app, or maybe you just didn't happen to notice this lock screen at the top here, you can come right on over and you'll be notified by the little bell within the app that I just showed you a few seconds ago. That will tell you if you have a notification waiting for you as well. So that's what the notice of loss looks like. The adjuster log, again, anytime adjusters have made an update in the adjuster log, this is what your message will look like on your mobile device. Adjusters have made contact with the insured on however many policies. When you click on that, again, it'll take you right into the notifications portion of your mobile app, and it'll tell you that a claim contact log has been updated on such and such policy for this insured, which will then allow you to go into the claims tracking window and just take a peek at that note. Same situation, this will also give you a notification on the bell if you didn't catch it on your lock screen. And last but not least, indemnity payments have been issued. This one, same situation, you just click right on it, take you into the notification screen, and it will give you the information on all of the policies that have indemnity payments that have been made that day. So basically how these work too is there is about I believe we send them out like every half an hour or so. So it will be the same day type of notification. However, it could have maybe a 15-minute to half an hour lag from the time that we do it in the system. So you could have multiple ones that come through at one point in time. All right, those are our claim notifications. And again, those are agent only at this point in time. All right, agent and farmer notifications. Moving into those. So we're going to start off with the hail notifications. The first one that I want to cover here is hail probability. So hail probability is set up for our agencies and agents, and it's basically an email that we offer to our agents to update you whenever the potential of hail that is a ½ inch or greater is near your insured's field, so that they could, maybe they possibly could have a hail event affect their field. So we'll make sure to send you an email if you are signed up. Now, notifications to get signed up. For agents, you do just need to send an email to hailprobabilityemail@naucountry.com, and you can provide us with either your agency or your agent information. And I'll just explain the difference here between the two. So if your agency is set up to get these notifications, it is going to give you a summarized email of all of the policies in your agency that potentially had a hail event within the last 24 hours. Now, if you sign up as an agent, it is going to look at you as the agent of record and just send you a summary of the emails, a summary of the policies that you are the agent of record on. So most people have both this set up on their agency and as an agent. And again, you only will then get an email if you're an agent on what pertains directly to you. If this is something you're interested in and you don't get them already, again, you would just shoot an email to hailprobabilityemail@naucountry.com. As an agency, you just need to provide us with your agency code and agency name. And as an agent, we just need your agency code, agency name, and the agent name. Types of notifications when you're signed up for hail probability, it comes in an email format to you. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in just one moment. I do want to reference here, we do have an excellent tips and tricks on hail probability. It does have the link to the email to get signed up as well. So we'll make sure to provide this to you as soon as the call is done. All right, so here is what the email looks from an agency standpoint. So it's going to tell you at the top of the screen here, when did the hail event occur or potentially occur? And then it's going to give you all of the policy information, the policyholder information, of the fields that potentially were affected. Now you can see here the phone number has a little underline here. If you are on your phone, that is actually a link to be able to call your insured. So the minute you get this notification, you can call your insured and say, hey, I see that you potentially had some bad weather in your area. I see that it could have affected such and such fields. Have you gone out and had the opportunity to check it out yet? So again, just a nice way to alert you that there's some bad weather in the forecast for these insureds in particular. Over on the side here, we have a hail probability rating on the side here. You can reference that rating to our chart at the bottom here. That will tell you, potentially what size was the hail, what was the likelihood that it hit this field, etc. So again, that can be cross-referenced. What a lot of our agents do today is when they get this notification, they actually take the policy, hop into our Easy View weather application, and then really see, okay, here's the field, this is the weather event that was on top of it, and then they're able to provide that to their insured to be able to show them. And I'll show you how that works here with the hail notification emails. So again, a great service. We always have the disclaimer that these are wonderful tools and they're definitely fabulous at alerting you and being able to provide that service to your insureds. But obviously, any type of technology can have its flaws, so we always recommend, watching your local weather station as well, and really going out to the fields and checking to see if there's damage before submitting a notice of loss, and not just going off of the email itself. All right, hail notification. So this is the hail probability version for your insureds. So same situation. If your insured is signed up to get hail notifications, they will receive an email anytime hail has potentially hit their fields. So how do you sign up for this? We're going to walk through these steps, but as an agent, you can actually sign up your insureds through the agent portal. The farmer, if they have their own account, can actually sign themselves up on the farmer portal. And both agents and farmers can do the sign up through the NAU Country mobile device. Again, the type of notification that will come through is an email. And of course, we just have the tips and tricks to the side here. So let's walk through how this works. So as an agent, how do you sign up your insureds for these hail notifications? First of all, here's the look of the agent portal. This is the new agent portal that's coming out on Friday. So again, if you want to sign them up today and you're still going into the current agent portal, when you go in there up at the top right-hand portion of the screen, there's a link to go to Agent Portal Beta. That'll bring you to this screen. In this screen, you're going to go up to the My Farmers menu item. And once that drop down opens, you'll select My Farmers. This is going to give you a listing of all of your farmers. You can go into the particular farmer that you want to sign up. I'm going to go into Hope Floberg, so I'll just click on that link here. And here is Hope Floberg's kind of entity or landing screen. That's going to show me all of her policies. Now, the first thing I want to point out before I get too far is I had referenced Easy View Weather, and we'll talk about that in just a few minutes and a little bit more in depth. But Easy View Weather is our application that allows you to see hail events overlaid on top of your field. So if they occurred, it will show you what the weather radar and the hail potential size was on your field. How to access that if you're not coming through the email is this little icon right over here to the side. It looks like a cloud with some hail coming out of it. So if you need to come in here and just kind of see what's going on, you can click on that. It'll take you right to the policy you're on, right to those fields to be able to see the weather event. All right, so while I'm in here though, what I really wanted to show you is we need to go to Preferences. And in Preferences, that is where you are going to set up all of your alerts and notifications. So we'll come in here, again, we're gonna reference this window throughout the whole training. So you come into Preferences. Now this is your farmer's preferences. So you'll see over here on the side here, it's going to be their email, their phone number, their address. Over on this side here, it's going to be their alerts and notifications. So the top one at the top one here is the insured hail notification. So that's what we're talking about. This little button with the question mark over to the side here, if you click on that, that takes you right to the tips and tricks and shows you, what does this hail notification do and how do I sign up for it? Here you can see that our option for hail notifications is email. So to be able to access or turn it on for yourself, you just come over to the side and you click on this little square here. Now, when I do that, you can see here I've got a error message at the top of the screen. So it says to receive hail notification emails, you must first have an email. So I did this intentionally. I obviously want to make it clear to you guys that without having an email, or in some situations with push notifications, without having a login, you cannot sign yourself up. So again, we need to be able to have a primary email for the insured to be able to get these notifications. So to do that, I can come right into this edit or click on this edit icon here or link. And as I do that, I can come in and fill in their email information. Whenever you fill in email information, phone information, or address information in this preferences screen, it will update EasyWriter Pro as well. I'm going to hit update email. Now that I have the email, you can see that this has flipped to yes, I am now signed up for insured hail notifications. And I have the note at the top of the screen saying hail notification emails will now be sent to hopefulberg@naucountry.com. Now, I want to quickly walk through this on the mobile device as well. So again, when you come into the mobile device, this is your EasyWriter Pro or Agent Portal username and password. When you come in, again, your insured listing is here. You'll just click right on your insured. This is going to list out all the insured policies. Now, one thing that a lot of people do by accident is they go into a policy because they want to, hop in a little bit further. Actually, you want to be on this landing screen for your insured. And up at the top of the screen here, there's a middle button here that says Actions. You're going to tap on the Actions button. Now, if you're on a mobile device, or if you're on an iPad, it's going to look a little different because the iPad will have two panes that are open. On the right-hand side of the screen, it's actually a section. So up at the top, you'll see a header for policies. If you scroll down just a little bit, you'll have an Actions section. You'll just want to go to that section on an iPad. So I'm going to click on Actions on here. And once I do that, here are all of the wonderful things that are available to me. I'm going to come down to Account Preferences down here at the bottom of the screen, and we'll tap on that. Once Account Preferences opens, it's going to look just like it does in the portals, just for consistency's sake, nice and easy. So again, you have your question mark here if you need to go to the tips and tricks. Here is the email. Again, you just tap on this little circle to turn it on. Once you've done that, it'll tell you your preference has been saved and the hail notifications are now set up. Nice and simple. All right, hail notifications. What does it look like to your insured? This is the email. This is what the email will look like when it goes to your insured. So again, up at the top, it's going to tell you when the hail event occurred. And then it's going to tell your insured what policy or fields this could have potentially affected for them. Now you'll notice here, if they have an MPCI or an Easy Hail policy, it's going to show you both of those. So here they're both laid out here for me. This one in blue here is actually a link. And so if they click on that link, it'll take them into Easy View Weather. So you'll click on that link, it'll take you right into Easy View Weather to be able to show the insured their fields and then the overlay of the hail event that potentially occurred on their field. Now, if you look over here, over to the left-hand side, here are all your field cards. It's going to display to you, what size of hail we have noticed has, been on top of the field. And then it's also going to let you go field by field. So I can click on a field card and it will take me right to that field to show me, that the hail that we're predicting was on that field. So again, you can kind of go through each of them here. Now, distance here, as you can see, it's 0 miles, which basically means it's on top of your field. So again, you can come in here, you can utilize the legend or the field cards to really see what fields were affected and by what size hail. As I said before, from a disclaimer standpoint, you still do need to go out to the fields to make sure and check and see if you actually have damage before submitting a notice of loss, as this is just a notification of awareness to you. But again, a great tool to be able to go and check things out and know exactly where you're looking when you go out and look for that damage. All right, next we have dairy price alerts. So dairy price alerts will send you and/or your farmer a notification when a dairy revenue protection or DRP quarterly endorsement price has been met or exceeded. So coming in here, notifications can be set up again in the agent portal. You can set up your insureds for these if you choose to do so. And you can also set yourself up to receive these. Also, a farmer, if they have an account, they can do this in the farmer portal, and you both could do it through the NAU Country mobile device. Now, there's 2 different options on how you receive dairy price alerts. You can either opt in for an email or you can opt in for a push notification. So couple quick things on the side here. Here's the tips and tricks if you want to reference those. Important note though, dairy price alerts do need to be set up each year once dairy rolls to the new year. So on July 1st, 2022 is the start of the new DRP season. You would need to go in and reset up these dairy price alerts. So, and we'll make sure to send out notifications if you have DRP policies with us to let you know. All right, how do we set up for DRP here? So same steps as before. We're going to go into the agent portal. We're going to choose the My Farmers menu. Choose My Farmers. Here's our listing of our insureds. This time we're going to go into Big Cow Dairy Corp. And when we do that, you can see down here in the lower section, this is a DRP policy. Doesn't even have to be a DRP policy. Maybe you have an insured that's just inquiring or maybe dabbling in the idea of doing DRP. They can still sign up for the dairy price alerts. Come up here to the account preferences icon, click on that. And then we come into the dairy price notification section. Now here it's a little bit different because you have 4 different options. So let me explain what these are. So email here, this is if you were going to sign up your insured. So this is signing up your insured for email. Email H. Floberg. In your situation, this is going to say email and it's going to have your username. This means you're signing yourself up for the email notification. Push notification, again, without anything behind it, is for your insured. Push notification for your username is signing it up for yourself. So we'll come in here, dairy price notification. We're going to set our insureds up here for the email. When we do that, we get a nice little note at the top saying dairy price alert emails will be sent to this individual's email, which you can see here, that is the primary email. Now I want to sign them up for push notifications as well. And just a reminder, push notifications means it comes on your mobile device through the NAU Country mobile app. So let's say I want to sign them up for that. I can click on this button here. Again, here is another error message. To receive dairy price alert push notifications, you must first have an account. That means that this insured does not yet have a farmer account with us, so we cannot sign them up for push notifications. All right. Okay. So down here, actually, I did have a question that I want to address here really quick because it was an excellent question. The question is, are they considering adding a text notification for the insureds? Not all my insureds check their email, but do see a text. So I am so glad you asked that question. So yes, we are actually looking at a text option right now for all of the different alerts. We're just going through the process of picking a good provider at this point in time. So we do have the expectation of adding a text option to all of the alerts down the road. So excellent question. As of right now, we do not have it, but it is something that we are currently researching and looking into. All right, so next I want to sign myself up for push notifications. So that would just mean you pick this one here with your username, click on this bottom button here, and again, it just says dairy price alert notifications will be sent to, in this case, it would be you. Now, dairy price notification signups are a two-step process. So you set them up, you choose which way you want to receive those notifications, but now we have to set a price in there so it knows what price to alert us on. So as you can see here, I have the edit link circled. You'll just click right on the edit link and it will take you into an area where you can set up your price alerts. So the most important part at the top is the alert type. This is where you're going to pick your class 3, class 4, your protein, etc. So you can go through each of those areas and set them up if they all are of interest to you, or maybe you just want to do one or two. So I'm on class 3. I just click right in the field here and I'll enter in the prices that I want to be alerted on. So here I did $16.75. So when this price has been met or exceeded through RMA, that's when I'm going to get a notification. Now, we get a lot of questions from people saying, I just want alerts all the time. I just want to know what the prices are every day. That is possible. All you need to do in that type of a situation is key in a really low number. So here, normally our class 3 prices are right around, $15, $16. If I key in a 1 in these fields, I'm going to probably get an alert every single day on what the price is. And the nice thing about the alerts, which I'll show you, but they do show the current prices for each of the intervals you're signed up for so that you have an alert on all of them. All right, so once I have class 3 signed up for, I can go back up to the alert type and then I can pick my next area that I want to get set up for prices. So I'll choose protein here, go into the protein, enter in my value, and then once I'm done, I just hit update at the bottom. And now I'm set up to receive those dairy price notifications. I'm going to quickly fly through. Oh, actually, let me show you here. So this is what the dairy price notification looks like via email. So when you get it, you'll see here over to the side of the screen here, it's going to list out all of your farmers that you have gone in and set yourself up to receive alerts on. So maybe farmer 1, this is what he was waiting for. I can see farmer 1, we've hit these prices, which should alert us. We can now reach out to that farmer and say, hey, it looks like, class 3 for April, June, you should get signed up for. And then it will obviously go through all of the farmers that you have been signed up for if it hits that price expectation. Now, as a farmer, they're just going to see what obviously they signed up for, so they won't have this first column here to go through. All right, we'll quickly go through it on the mobile device too. I'm already in the notification screen. We don't need to walk through all the steps to get there again. But again, same layout as before. If I want to sign my insured up for an email, I just tap on this little circle here. It turns on. It verifies that this is turned on for my insured. And now just a little different here. There's not an edit link to the side, but there is a set dairy prices with an arrow. I just click right on that and it takes me into all of my different types of DRP categories. So here I just pick whatever category I want to set up and I click on the arrow to the side here. And again, just like before, I go in and fill in my information. Again, I did a lowball one here too if they just wanted to get a notification no matter what each day. Once that's been populated, I just click on the dairy price alert back button. And you can see here anything that I have edited or added to has a little pencil mark to the side here just so you can verify that you've already been in that window. Once all of these are set up, you can just click the back button and you're set to go. Now, on the mobile device, this is what the notifications are going to look like for you. So again, here is our lock screen. It's going to say Dairy Revenue Protection Price Alert. When you click on that, you'll go right into that notifications. Again, that's that bell at the top of your screen, and it's going to just tell you you had a price alert. You come and click on that, and again, just like the email, it's going to go through each of your farmers and tell you which price you're being alerted on. So you can see here in this email, I had lowballed all the prices, and you can see that I got an alert on each of those price types. I'm just going to peek to make sure we don't have any other questions. Okay, nope, we're doing good so far. Okay, so farmer notifications. So right now we do have one type of notification that is available just to our farmers. Now, as an agent, we do have the capability of seeing if our farmer has signed up for the frost alerts. We just don't have the ability to add it for them at this point in time, and that is coming down the road. So frost alerts, what are frost alerts? Frost alerts are within our Field Insights app. They provide location-specific environmental intelligence to help your farmers plan for preventative actions when frost is in the forecast. So when we are alerted to frost coming within the next 72 hours, that is when we send the alert to the farmer. And that's basically to give them the opportunity to do what they need to do. Maybe it's covering their crops or spraying them or whatnot to be able to take those preventative actions. Now, one disclaimer I want to put out there, this was truly designed for our southern warmer states. Now, that being said, it can be utilized on any crop. So a lot of our northern farmers are signed up for them. Now, of course, once the frozen tundra begins, you're probably going to get a lot of alerts. So you may, in that type of situation, you may want to opt out of the frost alerts during the winter time frame if you're up north and you have winter for a majority of the year, is how I feel. I'm in Minnesota, so it's cold up here all the time. All right, so let's get started on how can you set these up. So the agent portal, again, view only. You can see if your farmers have been set up. You can't set it up for them. The farmer portal, farmers can sign themselves up. Again, they can sign themselves up through the mobile device as well. The type of notification they're going to receive is an email. Again, we have the tips and tricks to the side here. So let's just quickly walk through. I am on the agent portal. This is what frost notifications is going to look like for me. It's going to be grayed out, but I can see if they have opted in or not. Now, I'm going to walk through the farmer portal and how they sign themselves up so you can see the steps in case you need to guide them through it. So in the farmer portal, this is what it looks like for your insureds if they have a farmer portal account. You are going to go right up to, or they are going to go right up to the help menu at the top of the screen here, and they're going to select account preferences. When they do that, voila, the screen looks like it does for you, except they have a little bit extra here on their login information where they can change their password. Now, here is the frost alert notification section. All they have to do is click the box to turn it on. But frost alerts are a two-step process too, just like the dairy price notification. So when they turn this on, what it does is it turns on frost alerts for their entity or for their account. But then they do need to go into the policy or into Field Insights and turn it on for the specific policies, because maybe they just want it for certain policies. So you'll flip this on, and then we're going to go over to policy at the top of the screen. Oh, I'm sorry. Flip that on, says yes. Go up to policy at the top of the screen. Now we're going to go into Field Insights. When they do that, their policies are going to display here. It's all the same policy, just different years. We're going to click on the 21 policy. That actually reminds me of a good thing to bring up. Once you're signed up for frost alerts, it does roll from year to year, so you do not need to re-sign up each year. Same situation with the hail notifications and hail probability. Once you're signed up, you're good to go. All right, so coming into the farmer portal, you'll notice here you have a little icon of a bell over on the right-hand side of your screen. You just click right on that. It is going to have disable alerts for this policy or enable. You'll want to click the enable and click the save button. I'm going to quickly walk through this on the mobile device too, because this is as a farmer. So when a farmer comes in, this is what their screen looks like. It's going to list out all of their policies for them. Again, they're going to select that actions button either at the top of the screen or on an iPad on the right-hand side of the screen. Here, just like for you guys, it's going to say account preferences. You click right on that. Here's the screen. They click on the email, just tap right on that circle. That'll turn it on for them and they're good to go. Here is the little bell in the mobile device too, just so you can see it. And when you click on that, this is what it looks like. They just click enable frost alerts, hit save. Now, when a frost alert happens, they are going to get an email that looks like this. It is going to show them the policies that were affected, what this is a frost alert, what is the impact. Now, the one thing I do really want to point out at the bottom of the screen here, and I did this with hail too, is we ask that you do not rely solely on the frost alert system for protection of your crops. And that being said is, again, with technology, there could always be issues with mobile network issues or delayed email systems. So we always ask that you use this as a tool, but you obviously are watching the weather forecast as well and verifying what's happening in your region. The one other item I want to point out for frost alerts is that they do not include freeze alerts. Now, in a lot of situations, it's going to they're going to go hand in hand, but there are some situations where they will not. So again, this is a frost alert notification, not a freeze alert notification. Once they get this email, just like the hail probability, they can click right on their policy link here, and it will take them into Field Insights. When they're in Field Insights, you can see this little bell here on each card. In this situation, the frost alert hit every single field. In some situations, it may just be one or two, maybe on the outlying areas, but anytime this bell is red, it means there is an active frost alert on that field. When you click on that bell, it is going to give you information on the alert. So an active alert is in effect starting on such and such day, and it will have an end time as well. So that is available to you. Once that active alert is done, it will move into expired alerts so that you have the opportunity to cross-reference it down the road. So again, if you get an alert, that does not mean automatically you have a loss. It's just an alert to let you know to go out in the fields and take preventative actions, for frost, and or just go and make certain that you don't have damage. All right, once you have looked at that, you can click OK. I do want to show you too just what this looks like on the mobile. Again, just on your field, here is that little bell. When you click on that bell, it's going to take you into those active alerts. All right, this is going to be a nice short one today. That is truly our alerts and notifications that we have at this point in time. I do believe I do not have any other questions. So if anybody does have questions, I'll hang on the line for just a couple more minutes. Otherwise, again, feel free to reach out to your marketing representative with any of the questions you may have. Otherwise, thanks so much for joining me today. Please remember, if you're interested in the financial self-service connection call next week, that you get signed up on our IT product training page. And I'll give it just a couple more minutes here. Oh, here we go. Got one more. Will they add the aftermath or daily emails or calls to the notification list? You know, that is an excellent question. Right now, all of our aftermath and daily emails are available on the mobile devices and on EasyWriter and in the agent portal. If you go to the commodity markets button, you can click right on there and you can see all of the past, you can reference all of the past calls and emails and webinars. I don't know if we'd add a notification just because they come daily, except for the aftermath stuff. But I'll make sure to put a link in there to the commodity market section on both the mobile device and on agent portal so that you know where to reference that. It is on the farmer portal as well, but we do have all of that information available to you right now. So that's a great question. All right, I will let everybody else go. Thanks again so much for joining me today. I hope everyone has a great one. Thank you.